The news starts now.
Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mel Showers.
And I'm Roseanne Haven. First on 5. Local leaders are joining forces to send a message to lawmakers in Washington, D.C. They're putting the pressure on them to engage Cuba in trade. News 5's Alan Carter reports on what could be a big boost economically, not only for the city of Mobile, but for the entire state of Alabama.
Slowly but surely, U.S. influence is spreading in Cuba. Case in point, on Tuesday, the first U.S.-run hotel in more than 60 years opened there. And state and local officials would like to see more of that, but specifically with Alabama influence.
It's a real eye-opening experience to go down there and see the potential of what can be.
But the problem in fulfilling that potential lies in legislation. Despite some sanctions being lifted, an embargo still hampers trade with the island nation.
It is time that we lift the embargo and other trade barriers that we have with the Republic of Cuba. We need to expand our global marketplace.
Local leaders are teaming up with a lobbying organization, Engage Cuba, to encourage lawmakers to free up trade.
And where everyone's looking for a new opportunity. And yet, for some reason, elected officials in Washington have failed to put two and two together.
Alabama may very well be the largest beneficiary of trading with Cuba, particularly in the realm of agriculture.
We send up to 10,000 tons of poultry a month to Cuba right now, but we could easily send a lot more than that if our trade policies were to change.
Mobile will be a jumping off point for our exports, but there are also imports that could come into Mobile. So you take that back and forth trade, I mean, it's jobs because it'll enhance our state docks, and really that impacts the entire state of Alabama.
And officials say a vote on some legislation could come as early as next week on two bills. One would relax tourist restrictions on travel to Cuba, and the other deals with agricultural exports. Reporting live in the newsroom, Alan Carter, News 5.